Whenever you manage to escape your abusers and you've had a little bit of time to process the crazy situation, it's like all of these memories, they start popping back up. And I'm talking about memories from years and years ago. It just dawned on me a few days ago that this false narrative that has been being pushed around about me, that I am crazy, that I am mentally unstable, this is a false narrative that has been being spread since I was a child. This has been going on my whole life. And I've came to this conclusion after particular memories keep popping up. I am connecting the dots. Let me give you an example. This was probably 10 or so years ago, whenever I was with my ex. We got up one morning, and it was a normal day, everything was just as it always was, and I will never forget this. He looked at me and said, "Rusty, you're crazy. You need some help." And like I said, this was a normal morning. We weren't arguing. We weren't in any sort of a tiff. There was nothing going on out of the ordinary. He just looks at me and blurts that out. So I look at him and I'm like, what in the hell are you talking about? And he proceeds to tell me that I'm not mentally well. I am emotionally unstable. And it's so bad, he said, that he was to the point where if I didn't make an appointment with a therapist or a psychologist to get some help with my mental state, that he was going to leave me. He couldn't be with me anymore. Oh, yeah. And, as this situation was happening and unfolding, I'm looking at him and I'm like, you lost your mind. Like, one, I don't even know what you're talking about. But two, if there was one of us that needed to see a psychologist, it would definitely be you, buddy, and not me. And so I proceeded to tell him, sure, I'll do that. I will make an appointment with the therapist as long as you do too. Right? But of course, that squashed it. He was not going to go for that. So I never made the appointment. I never went because realistically, I didn't need to. I understand now that he and other family members, they have been trying to paint this false narrative for years. Like I said in the beginning, they have been at this for years. They were attempting to get documentation 10 years ago of me going to see a therapist or a psychologist. They wanted that documented on paper to back up their false claims. Because the truth, the reality of this situation is that never, and I mean never, have I seen a shrink of any kind. Never in reality have I ever been prescribed any sort of psych medications. Never. Never, ever, ever. I would be willing to bet, however, that my medical records, they say differently. Yeah, because I'm almost positive that they paid to have those changed to fit their false narrative. But yeah, just a little story time for you.